Hey guys! Thanks so much for watching and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be starting a new series on my channel where I show you DIYs that are inspired by designer home decor. For this first video, I'm going to show you guys an abstract painting I made that was inspired by a painting I found online for $260, and I believe that was the sale price, so if I can find the full price, I will let you guys know. I don't want anyone to be intimidated by painting. The thing that I love the most about abstract painting is there's no right or wrong. If you mess up, no one will ever know, so this really is pretty easy. I also only spent $14.99 on this DIY. The only thing I had to buy was the frame, and that's because I went to art school, so I just have a ton of art supplies, but if you don't worry, I will link a bunch of affordable art supplies in the description box. I also have all of my social medias down there as well as my Pinterest. I will have this video on my Pinterest in case you guys want to pin it and save it for later. I also will have some additional photos on my Pinterest, so make sure to check that out. And here's everything I'm using for this DIY. First are paintbrushes, which I only used for mixing, but feel free to paint with those if you like. I'm also using a gold metallic multi-purpose paint, watercolor paints, as well as acrylic paints, and lastly are foam brushes. For paper, I'm using Bristol board. It's just a heavyweight paper, that way I won't have any warping from water. I'm going to get started with watercolor, and I'm using a large foam brush so I can cover more ground. I also like to go back and forth between having a lot of water on my brush and a little, so that way the opacity of the watercolor changes and it gives the painting a little more depth. I started with a really pretty sea blue, and then I wanted to add a little more depth with darker blues. I also recommend that you switch between a large brush and a small brush so everything won't start to mix together. I'm going to use the acrylic paints next. Water is not required for this kind of paint, and a lot of people prefer it without water, but I just love the opacity when you add a little bit of water to acrylic. I'm also going to add some darker blues with acrylic paint on the right side and a little in the middle. I'm going to add a little blue-green on the left side of the painting since the inspiration painting I showed you guys had that, and I love that color. I think it's really pretty. Similarly to what I did with the watercolor, I also like to go back and forth between having a little bit of water on my brush and a lot with the acrylic paint so I get that change in opacity. My favorite part of this painting is the last step. I have a small foam brush with a lot of water on it, and then I'm dipping it into the paint and picking up quite a bit of product. I'm then creating this sponge-like effect by just pressing down. I think this adds so much to the painting, so much texture obviously. It almost has this gold leaf look to it, so I just think it's really pretty. It really steps this painting up and makes it look expensive. Once your painting is dry, it's time to frame it and hang it up. I picked an empty wall in our front entryway right next to the front door, and we painted a lot of our house white. We just love how open and airy it is, and then we love pops of color, so I thought this looked really pretty against a white wall and a white frame. I just love the contrast between the abstract painting and then a really nice frame. I just think it looks really good. I couldn't be any happier with how it turned out. And also let me know in the comments what you guys would like to see next in this series. I do have a furniture project that will be up next that I'm really excited to share with you guys. I'm so excited to have this piece in my house, so I can't wait to see what you guys think of it as well, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye!